Hey everybody, it's Chris Mahan. It is Sunday night, March 23rd. This is like a last ditch effort to finish out my day. It's been a long weekend and had a great book fair yesterday. Met a lot of great people. Got some more interviews lined up for the new relaunch of my book, Parental Leadership: Seven Principles to Lead Your Teen in Digital Age. That book is also being recorded right now by Robert Plank. So that'll be coming out very, very soon. But there's something that has really been bugging me for about, oh, maybe 6 months to a year. And that is the last community event that I did here in the Tampa Bay area, Pasco County, Florida, here on the Gulf side of the state, was back in 2013 that I actually put together. Way, way, way too long. And that was a kind of a sad event. It was called Stop the Pain, and it was to bring awareness to teen suicide, something that we had been going through at that time back in 2013. We had lost over almost a dozen local youth, 15 in the area. And I spoke to all of those families after the fact. And I always told people the one thing you never want to have is a conversation talking about a child in past tense. It's absolutely devastating to hear. It's devastating for parents. So, over the last decade plus, I've been working with young people, working with parents to try and get them to see that they have to do things to lead their kids and to help them when they're feeling down and to help them with their grit and their resiliency and their self-worth and just to help them see that tomorrow is going to be a better day than what today is. Unfortunately, a lot of kids don't see that. They live in very stressful homes. They don't have the support system that they need. Maybe they're having trouble with just life in general. And now we know that since post-COVID, we've had even more problems with emotional distress in our teens. And we need to do something as community leaders. I put out a call to action today on LinkedIn this evening. And if you're on my LinkedIn, please give that a look. If you're not on my LinkedIn, go ahead and go to LinkedIn, Christopher S. Mahan, author, speaker. I will like it. I will connect to you right away. If you're on Facebook, you can go to Christopher S. Mahan, author, speaker, to go to the group page, and I'll get you right in there too. But here's the thing. I want people to know that if you're a parent, a grandparent, a community leader, a teacher, a pastor, anybody who just wants their young people in our community to be successful, I want to start putting together more workshops, more community events, more forums. The one I did back in 2013 was a forum, and I had Sheriff Nacco there. I had school psychologists there. I had politicians there. I had pastors there. I had every area that I thought people could, connect with, whether it was legal. What happens if something happens? If a kid's getting in trouble, whatnot. What about the psychological? So I had psychologists there. What about the religious side? People need to heal. So I had everybody there. We had over 100 people show up. It was a quick uh, event put together within about 30 days. I want to put together something now that involves more leaders, more people. If you're a coach, if you're a psychologist, if you are a counselor, if you're a teacher, if you're a parent group, please reach out to me because I want to start putting things together so that we can now address these issues. I just found out the other day, I did a talk at a local school, and I found out that one of the boys in that talk, in that group, I think it was right before spring break, or maybe just a couple of days after spring break started, he took his life. He was 15 years old. This crisis is not going away. And I know it's not a pretty thing to talk about. I know it's not easy to talk about. But kids that are suicidal, kids that are of low self-worth, kids that are just self-harming, kids that are isolating themselves, this is a problem. These are red flags that we as a society have to address. And we are in a very, very fast growing community right now. Pasco County, this side of the state, there's just growth going on like crazy. Things are happening. And because we have such big communities and multiple high schools everywhere, I think sometimes kids get lost in all of this. And we need to bring it back to say, even though there's like 8 high schools in this 5 mile radius, or there's just cars and traffic everywhere going crazy, we still have our own world. We still have our own needs as individuals, and we're not going to be lost in this big, fast moving digital world. Kids today need to slow down. We need to address what's happening with them as parents, as leaders, as community organizations, and not just say, well, that's the school's problem, or maybe that's a psychological organization's problem or a hospital's problem, or it's a legal issue. This is a community problem. This is a people problem. And our young people are the next generation of this nation, whether it's Pasco County, whether it's Duval County, whether it's Fulton County up in Georgia, whether it's my old hometown in Greenville, Michigan. Wherever there's kids and young people, this is a national crisis. Because if someone is getting to the point where they feel like suicide is their only way out and they're 14, 15 years old, or 20 years old, or 25 years old, that's a problem. That's a real problem because these folks, that's our next generation of parents, business leaders, workers, politicians, military folks. This is the generation that keep our country going. Without them, we will not have a country. Back in 1962, President Kennedy did a video. I've talked about this many times, showing the physical fitness of young people. I'm going to paraphrase it. He said that the if a group of young people is overweight and soft and pudgy and just not healthy, that's a direct reflection of the fate and physical ability of our country. Well, we know now that with the obesity problem, we have that's out the window. But what they didn't address back in 1962 that we've been addressing now in the last maybe 10, 15 years is the emotional, the emotional fitness of our young people. And although there's a lot of great young people and there's a lot of things good going in the world, there are millions of young people today that are just feeling lost and isolated and not seen. So if we take the idea of President Kennedy with the physical and we apply that to the emotional, and we know the physical is out the window, obesity in young people's through the roof, we're in trouble. We're in trouble. And I think if we all start at home, we can then take these ideas that we have and share those with other communities around the country, and we can make our area, Pasco County, the Tampa Bay area, the leader in helping young people nationally. That's my goal. If you're with me, please email me at leadyourteen. That's as in teenager, not team, but LEADYOURTEEN at gmail.com. And let's get this conversation started. I'll let you know what my thoughts are, what's going to be, what I'm kind of planning to do, and finding locations to get people together. But I want a great group of people to come in and be able to tell parents, here's what's happening. Whether you're a counselor, a school administrator, law enforcement, if you're a lawyer, what happens when a kid does something at school? And look what's happening with the school shooters in Georgia and Michigan. When kids get to the point where they don't care anymore, that's when they hurt other people. And we see this. And now parents are being arrested. This is a huge problem. I talk about this in my book, but this goes beyond my book. This is something I've been working on and dealing with since the death of Jessica Laney in 2012 here locally. I didn't know her family. I didn't know her. But when I heard of her suicide the next day, it changed my life forever. I have been working with young people and families because of that tragedy. Like I said, I didn't know her family. I didn't know her. And for a long time, I didn't use her name because out of respect for her family and her. But you know what? There has to be a reason. People need to know why I'm doing this. I worked in film for 25 years. I was not into helping kids and young people. That wasn't my thing. It really just kind of happened. And I've been doing it passionately now for over 10 years. And I need your help. Our young people need your help. So please reach out to me at leadyourteen@gmail.com. Let's get this together. Summertime's coming up. It's a perfect time. I want to get this rolling. If you have any ideas, concerns, or whatnot, please share those with me too. I want to know. Maybe I can get you on a podcast. Maybe we can start talking about some things. Together, we can make this a huge change in our young people. But it starts with us. And it starts with leaders, right? That's the whole point of my book is we have to be leaders for our young people. And it starts with a community. I have faith in people and I believe in people. Sometimes they just don't know how to start. They don't know what to do, but they want to do something. Well, I'm lighting that match. I need you as the fuel, but I got the fire. So let's go. Let's do it. All right. Please reach out to me. Leadyourteen@gmail.com. My name is Chris Mahan. Please follow me here on Spotify. Lead Your Teen is the podcast. You can go to my YouTube channel or just reach out to me anonymously if you want through email. I won't share your name, but you can share stuff with me. All right. You guys have a great week. I look forward to talking to you soon.